introduction of Black's Super Saiyan Rose power, the biggest question that's lingering throughout the Dragon Ball community is who will be the one to rid the future of this evil? Countless theories have been spread throughout the Dragon Ball community, and today I am joined by Super Saiyan God Paul as we share our viewpoints and opinions as to what may or potentially may not happen within this particular arc. Now, please bear in mind, guys, that this is going to be an opinionated discussion, so if your comments or viewpoints differ from ours, then simply drop them down below. And with that being said, Mr. Paul, I have the greatest question that I pose to you today in terms of this whole entire Black arc situation. Who do you believe, in your personal opinion, will be the one to put down Black permanently? Because right now, if you look at the statistics from Dragon Ball Super, we have Goku, who had fought Golden Frieza, ultimately claimed the victory. We have Goku, who had fought Beerus. We have Goku, who fought Hit. Goku was practically the one to be showcased as the star throughout this entire series, even fighting Copy Vegeta, and Copy Vegeta is somewhat of a filler character, but needless to say, Goku was always the one to have the final quote-unquote say when it comes to the main villain or the person that stands within our hero's way. So I wanted to ask you here today, with Black's new Super Saiyan Rose transformation, who do you believe personally, in your viewpoint, will be the one to put Black down for the count? Is it going to be Goku again? Is it going to be Vegeta, future Trunks, or maybe even possibly guys, Zamasu? I mean, he might find his way back into, you know, becoming a good-hearted individual, and he might be the one to help our characters out. What do you think is going to happen, and who do you believe will be the one to put down Black for the count?
That's the thing. They might do the same thing that they've been doing so far and put Goku to be the hero of everything.
Really?
But I wouldn't say that for sure, because every character there, well, all three Saiyans that are there fighting Black Goku right now, Trunks, Vegeta, and Goku, all have a significant reason for wanting to take this guy down. Trunks wants to take him down for the future and get back all the lives that he's lost. Vegeta wants the same exact purpose, basically, because, you know, this guy's tortured your wife, your son, even maybe your future daughter-in-law. And Goku, this guy is borrowing your face, your moves, and everything, and stealing all this away from you and ruining your image. So all three of these characters could easily be ones to take him down. The two with the most power, though, are Goku and Vegeta, and Trunks are just kind of sitting there in the sidelines. The most far-fetched thing that you could say right now, though, is if Trunks comes out of nowhere and gets the finishing blow on this guy. You don't
now that's the thing, right? That's the greatest argument so far, because everyone is kind of overlooking Trunks, and I'm pretty sure the majority of people watching this are probably going to say, well, how is Trunks supposed to be the one if he's not even nowhere near his father's level, or Goku, or even Super Saiyan Rose? With Trunks being the weakest one amongst that group, how will he do it? Well, that's the thing, right? We're going to go back and we're going to look at the Inheritors of Saiyan Blood episode. We're going to look back at the contradiction between the Battle of Gods movie, the Battle of Gods arc within Dragon Ball Super, because Trunks has never experienced the SSG, the Super Saiyan God ritual that was achieved by Goku from the arc to where they had to, you know, combat Beerus, and they gave Goku the energy to become a Super Saiyan God. Trunks was never there. Vegeta trained with Whis. He trained with Whis for 6 months prior to Goku's knowledge when he got to Beerus' homeworld, finding out that yes, indeed, Vegeta had been trained this entire time. So Vegeta had unlocked this ability on his own by training with Whis the entire time. Trunks never had the privilege to be a part of the ritual. Trunks never had the privilege nor the opportunity to train with someone like Whis, Beerus, nobody. He was in his own timeline. He gained knowledge from the Kaioshin, how to defeat Dabura and Babidi, but he never had the knowledge of a Super Saiyan God, especially looking back on the episode to where Trunks was training with Vegeta. That was the first time that Trunks had ever seen a Super Saiyan type of power with the God energy embedded in that. So ultimately enough, even though Trunks had experienced the wrath of a Super Saiyan Blue, that being when Vegeta beat him up, the question that's on everyone's mind is, did Trunks also retain somewhat of a taste of that power, thus allowing him to potentially become a Super Saiyan Blue? Now, people are going to say, well, he can't because he's a hybrid. He's, you know, part human, part Saiyan, so hybrids, you know, they can't ultimately achieve that power. Some people might differ. They might say yes, just like Kaba, when Vegeta had fought him, Kaba never knew how to become a Super Saiyan until Vegeta forced it out of him during that fight. Arguably enough, people might say, well, Kaba already had learned it, but he was hiding it from Vegeta. There's tons of arguments that can be made here, but I wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on the following 2 questions that I have? Number 1, do you believe that Trunks had retained a taste of this Super Saiyan Blue-like energy and may possibly achieve that down the road against someone like Black? And my second question to you is, even if Trunks does not become a Super Saiyan Blue, in which case I feel personally that Trunks will not become a Super Saiyan Blue, even if he doesn't become a Super Saiyan Blue, do you believe that he will create somewhat of a distraction, similar to how Sorbet blew a hole in Goku's chest when Goku had his guard down? Do you believe that at some point Black is going to lower his guard, thus allowing Trunks to create somewhat of a plan to catch Black off guard, thus giving our heroes a chance to finish him off? What do you think?
See, this is where all these scenarios start to open up. If anything, if he does not become a Super Saiyan Blue, he could be the distraction and make like a finishing blow or something out of nowhere. However, in terms of candidates of becoming like the first non-full-blooded Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan Blue, I mean, Black Goku, does he technically count as a Super Saiyan, or even a Saiyan at that? Because he hates Saiyans, and yet he's standing there as Super Saiyan Rose. Huh?
He hates everything, but that's the thing. It's like we don't really know.
We don't know now, and he's not even been proven to really be a Saiyan, and he's never been in that God ritual. He's been able to do it. Vegeta's also shown us that he's not only been able to teach someone how to go Super Saiyan within while fighting the person, aka Kaba, but he also has been able to show everybody you can attain Super Saiyan God Blue practically on your own without the ritual.
But then again, Vegeta was a part of that ritual, so the argument can be made that he retained a bit of that, taste of what Goku went through. So he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna achieve that on my own. But here's the thing, like even if Trunks does not reach that level of power, what's his role here? Because the argument can be made that he is the weakest one, and he is. That's irrefutable factual evidence right now. Going up against Super Saiyan Rose and Super Saiyan Blue, Trunks does not have that ability. But is he also going to be somewhat the wild card in this? Because although he is relatively weak, he's not really a dumb person, nor do I believe he's the type of person to like literally stay down for the count. And in the manga, which is really, really weird, it was said that Super Saiyan 2 Trunks came very close to equaling Super Saiyan 3 Goku in power.
Exactly.
But that's the manga. That's not the anime.
But even in the anime, he was still ridiculously strong.
So do you think that at some point, Trunks is going to create that opening opportunity to either A, catch him off guard, allowing our other heroes to capitalize on the victory, or is he going to be the one to capitalize on the victory while someone else causes the distraction?
I feel like if he does cause a distraction or something, it would have to involve Mai and her being alive somewhere out there, and she might just show up last minute, and the two of them might pull something off and distract them, and someone gets the final blow. Or if you have the far-fetched result of him going Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, I mean, his father being the one that was able to do it on his own. They did say back in the day, a half Saiyan is actually stronger than a regular Saiyan because of the emotions, and they can't just leave the future in Trunks' hands. They have to make him stronger in order to protect him from whatever foe may come on later. And that's why Trunks has gotten so strong to this point. He's still been training, unlike Gohan, who stopped after the Cell Saga. Trunks just kept going and going, and he's still ridiculously strong for someone that's been on his own. So
honestly, I personally do not see him achieving that power. However,
it's a far-fetched.
I do see him, unlike the Cell Saga, I do see him having more of a role in this because he had lost everything. And so I do think that, in my personal opinion, if you guys differ, comment down below. Trunks is not going to be the one to defeat Black, in my opinion, depending on when you're watching this video. But I do think that he is going to play a very critical role in doing something very similar to what Sorbet did to Goku when Golden Frieza was there, and that create somewhat of a distraction to either A, utilize his sword, maybe cut Black, cause somewhat of a distraction, because Black is going to be so focused on Goku, Vegeta, that he's not really going to be paying attention to Trunks that much, because he already knows that Trunks is inferior. This guy doesn't have the ability to reach the powers of that of Goku and Vegeta, so what does it matter to him? Until he downplays Trunks, and I believe at least creating an opportunity, an opening for Trunks to cause that distraction to where Black lowers his guard, focusing on Trunks, thus giving Vegeta and Goku, either a one or the other, an opportunity to capitalize on that opening, because how many chances are they going to have to create somewhat of a distraction to put this guy down? Now, the argument can be made, well, what about the Omni King? What about the Hakaioshin? What about anyone else getting involved? Here's the thing. We can't really say for sure because we're only into episode 56/57. So as of right now, we've only seen a small demonstration as to, you know, what Black can truly do. He can obviously grow throughout battle, which is pretty scary and very unique at the same time. Very similar to Hit, except I feel as if Black Goku retains abilities and techniques a lot faster than Hit does. Hit's true power lies in his killing abilities. Black, however, mimics, I mean, obviously enough, it's irrefutable factual evidence, he mimics Goku's techniques as seen when he went back into the future, and he, you know, mimicked his fighting pose, he mimicked his Kamehameha. In the manga, he knows the instant transmission. But at the end of the day, in your personal opinion, is it Goku? Is it Vegeta? Is it Trunks? Is it the Omni King? Is it Beerus? Is it Whis? Is it who is it gonna be here? Who do you believe? Or is it gonna be Zamasu? Is Zamasu finally going to learn that being evil and taking this path in life is wrong? Do you believe that Zamasu is gonna say, you know what? I realize now that I've made mistakes and I'm going to help you to defeat this dude? Or is it going to be another person that we don't know of? What do you think is going to happen here?
All right, so if I had to take a guess, this is a wild guess because it could go down any single way from this point on, from when we're recording this. We don't know any backstory or anything. Out of the big three that's standing there, Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks, I think it would have to be between Goku or Vegeta, and it's kind of favoring Goku the way things have gone.
So you're saying Goku, final hands down Goku?
Probably. I'll just, from what I've seen so far, I think it's going to go to Goku. Him having the second turn to fight Black Goku and everything, Vegeta having his first and probably failing, and having Goku step in.
Okay.
Plus him having the button for the Omni King in his pocket.
But will it be as a result of the Genki Dama, the Spirit Bomb? Is it going to be the end result of a Kamehameha wave similar to Golden Frieza? How is this gonna... I mean, some people are even saying that Black may not even die. He might just be sent somewhere else. I mean, there's tons of theories. Theories create speculation within the community, and good theories arise, and there's lots of, you know, great discussions to be made here. Again, I'm not Akira Toriyama, you're not Akira Toriyama, we're not the ones writing this, but we can only speculate as a community as to what may or may not happen. But I do think that unlike the Cell Saga version of how Trunks was there and he, you know, he played a role, we had more of an involvement with Goku and Gohan during that particular scenario than Trunks ever did. But now it's a little different because Gohan's not involved. We have a very small group here. Instead of having Piccolo, Yamcha, Tien, Krillin, everyone else, now we have only Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. So out of those three, I do think that people are overlooking Trunks just a little bit. I'm not saying that he's going to be the one to completely decapitate Black with his sword and hold his head up high in victory, no. But I do think that similar to Sorbet, how he affected Goku during that fight, I think that Trunks is going to affect Black to the point where he's going to lower his guard, because we're all going to assume here that Black's going to fight Trunks and he may, quote-unquote, try to kill him off. And we might think he's dead, but Trunks comes back with a huge unexpected attack or distraction, giving our heroes, Goku or Vegeta, the opportunity to put him down. So, also, what about Zamasu here? Zamasu, is he going to die? Are our heroes going to fight him? What's the dealio with him? Like, what do you think is going to happen with this particular character?
I feel like we have to see how far he's gone in terms of being like a warped character in terms of evilness. But I feel like the Dragon Ball Z path, or the Dragon Ball path in general, is just turning the bad guy into a good guy, don't you think? And returning him into like their side, showing them that a person can be good and changing them. Because usually everybody... This dude's a little different because he even looked at his quote-unquote master as being a sinner. He said, all right, you've given the humans knowledge on good and evil. You're a sinner. You're a sinner for not intervening and putting your foot down. Thus, you know, Zamasu believes he's speaking as if he's the Hakaioshin, because Gawasu had told him, you have to know your place in life. You're trained to be, assumed to be Kaioshin. Your role is to create life and overlook that life form without being directly involved. You are not the one to be the one responsible for destroying. That is the Hakaioshin's job. And of course, he's taken a different approach. Thus, I believe that Dragon Ball Heroes kind of foreshadowed that when Zamasu was there watching Black fight Goku. So do you think that Zamasu is going to kind of find his way into that timeline watching them? Like, what do you think is going to go, like, ultimately going to go down here? Because technically, can't he just take the time ring in his present time and move forward into the future to oversee this fight and see how it goes down?
Because he doesn't have Gawasu's Potara earrings.
Let's say he gets those earrings,
and you need to know that I believe you can only go into the future, but then again, it's also kind of contradicting because we've seen Black jump, you know, from time to time, whatever, into the past, into the future. So it's a little off. But in order for you to, as we saw before with Gawasu giving him the earrings, you need those earrings in order to be a quote-unquote Kaioshin to use the powers of the ring. So in conclusion, you're going with Goku, right?
I would say that would be my bet. What about you?
Man, I don't know. I really want to say that someone else is going to be the hero, but Dragon Ball has solely been based on Goku's story, Goku's viewpoint on things. It's always been Goku as the hero. So I just may have to agree, but something tells me here that there is a big unexpected event that's going to occur that's going to pretty much throw us all off. So
at this point in time, like with all the facts that we've been giving, it would basically say Goku, but if something comes out of nowhere, then it changes everything.
I just really hope that Super Saiyan Rose isn't going to be flatlined. And I do hope that as we carry on, this transformation will be utilized to its fullest potential, because if not, we're going to be witnessing the downfall of a potentially great villain. So let us know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Is it Goku? Is it Vegeta? Is it Trunks? If you guys really believe, that it's Trunks, please create a engaging argument as to why you guys believe it's going to be Trunks. If you guys believe he's going to retain, God powers, if you guys believe that he's going to be the distraction to create an opening, what do you guys believe is going to happen here? Let us know in the comment section below, and let us know what you guys feel about the button that the Omni King had given Goku. Comment down below and let us know, guys. Once again, thank you all for watching. If you guys are stoked for Dragon Ball Super episode 56, 57, 58, punch that like button square in the face, subscribe for more content like this. Thank you all for watching once again. Tune in for the next video, and we'll be seeing you all later, guys. Take it easy. Peace!